I'm going to show you how to make chocolate decorations, known in professional kitchens as runouts. They're really easy to make and will give a lovely wow finish to your cakes and desserts. So to make these, you're going to need a triangle of greaseproof paper, some chocolate, any chocolate you like, a small saucepan and a heatproof bowl, and a baking sheet that I've lined with a piece of baking paper. So we're going to start by making a piping bag, which is easy to do, and it will give you more control than your standard piping bag. So I'm going to take one of the corners and roll that in, and just put my fingers inside to hold it in place. Then I'm going to take the other corner and just roll that over. So the key thing is to make a really sharp point on the end so you've got more control when you're piping your decorations. So we can just lightly fold that to hold it all in place. So once we've got our piping bag and our baking sheet ready, we can melt the chocolate. So the best way to do this is using a water bath or a bain-marie. So that's essentially a bit of water in the bottom of a pan brought to a simmering boil. And then I've got my chocolate, which are broken into pieces on top, and we've just melted that slowly, slowly, being careful not to overheat it, or else the chocolate will burn and go grainy and have to start again. So as soon as our chocolate is melted, we can put some in our piping bag. So if we put a couple of tablespoons to start with, so we're going to hold it over the bowl because you might find it starting to drip just a little bit, and then just turn down the top of the piping bag so it's nice and tight. And now it's time to get creative. So you can make any shapes you like, but some nice ones for gâteaux is something like this, or for a sorbet or something like that. You could even do the first letters of the names of your guests to really impress them. Or why not do hearts for Valentine's Day? So once you're happy with your shapes, we're going to put them in the fridge for at least an hour so they can set. So here are some that have been in the fridge for an hour. And we can see they're nicely set. So we're just going to very gently release them from the baking paper. And these are great to make ahead of time. You don't want to be making these just before your guests come around for dinner. So you can store them in an airtight container in the fridge for up to a month. So that's what I'm just going to do now. So just very delicately move them in. And it's best to decorate your puddings or cakes just before you serve them, or else you will find they melt a little bit. So there we have it, professional looking chocolate decorations ready in minutes.